Hey, I'm Michael Huber from GameTrailers, and I'm here with Drew and Marcus, creative leads on Sunset Overdrive. So could you guys just talk about what is Sunset Overdrive?
You know, last gen felt like it was all about taking cover and hiding while you're shooting. Sunset Overdrive really encourages you to go out and be aggressive, and we reward momentum very explicitly. We have what we call a style meter, that the more traversal you do, the more shooting you do as you switch up weapons, killing lots of guys at once. It's building up your style meter, and the more style meter you get, the higher your damage goes and the more powers you unlock.
Could you maybe talk about the inspiration for the game? I know you guys, there's a lot of consumerism in it and pop culture, satire. Where do you guys draw from that?
The inspiration literally comes from everywhere. When we were working on Resistance 3, we were really ensconced in kind of the post-apocalyptic, the road-inspired stories. And what we noticed is in a lot of those stories, there's just awesome things like, Will Smith hitting golf balls off of the aircraft carrier is what I always talk about, or even the beginning of 28 Days Later, walking in the empty streets of London. That just looks awesome. I want to do that, right? So that was the first part, is like, how do you tell a post-apocalyptic story where the focus is on, hey, there's no rules. What do? You reinvent yourself. And so that really was the inspiration right off the front, is taking the post-apocalyptic genre and not making it about the gloom and doom and trying to find every scrap of food, but make it fun and no rules based.
What would Iggy Pop do in the apocalypse?
Exactly.
Which is he would survive about 3 days, but it would be an awesome 3 days.
Yeah, it reminds me of like a jolly post-apocalyptic.
Exactly.
Good times, guys. And you guys are known for crazy weapons, Ratchet & Clank, Resistance. How do you guys come up with new and creative ways to make the weapons for this game and stay fresh?
I think here, it actually, as opposed to Ratchet, we were looking for sort of things to combine from everyday objects. So we've got the TN Teddy, which is it's like a little bazooka-like launcher that shoots a teddy bear with dynamite. We've got the vinyl gun, which shoots 12-inch record LPs, for those of you who actually remember what those are. Yeah. We'll have the CD gun in Sunset Overdrive too. We actually would take field trips out to like Home Depot and stuff and go through with the designers and look at all these different crazy tools and things that we could combine to maybe come up with crazy weapons.
And it's a team effort. I mean, we always have these email threads of people throwing out ideas, and everybody at the company is sick and twisted in an own special, we're all special snowflakes here.
I hope that it feels very different from what we've at Insomniac have done in the past, and a very different feel from the sort of traditional shooter, and trying to mix it up with combining this traversal with the shooting and trying to get players to get out and play so aggressively. I think it feels really different from a lot of things out there, and I hope that people give it a chance.
And for me, we haven't really said anything about the game since E3 last year, which is crazy. So the first thing is just that teaser trailer is what the game looks, feels, and plays like. And so we can't wait for people to actually pick it up. Fall 2014.
Exclusively on Xbox One.
Here with John, lead writer on Sunset Overdrive. Could you set up the story of the game for us?
Sure. Sunset Overdrive it really starts on a night that we're calling Horror Night, when a huge company called Fizzco releases a new energy drink called Overcharge to the citizens of Sunset City. And lo and behold, after you drink a can of Overcharge, you happen to turn into a murderous mutant, and that runs through the city. So you play as a character who doesn't drink the Overcharge and then has to find a way to survive in the ensuing weeks.
There's character customization, so I know you can either be a male or female. Does that factor into the story at all?
We do have a few kind of custom lines for males or females, but for the most part, we wanted to kind of let you be who you wanted to be visually.
And where's the inspiration from the story come? I know there's a lot of consumerism and Fizzco and soda.
Right.
So where do you get that from?
We get inspiration from a lot of different places. There are There's movies. We used to have a movie night at the beginning of the project. We watched a different movie every week. So there's that, and then games inspiration. I think Borderlands 2 has a great sense of humor. I played that game a lot. Saints Row the Third, especially, kind of showed us what we could do with humor by kind of pushing the boundaries. So. Love all kinds of games like that.
I know with the open world games, sometimes it's hard to keep the story moving forward. A lot of people go off and do side activities, side objectives. How are you keeping the player focused on the story?
Well, I think that's okay if the player wants to go do stuff I do that when I'm playing games, Sometimes I'll just say, I don't feel like playing the main story right now. I want to go off and have fun and collect stuff and just explore the world. That's one of the benefits of an open world game, is that you can play it the way you feel like. I think one of the things I'm most excited about the game is that there's a lot of unexpected moments, a lot of unexpected kind of character reveals, and the people that you meet inside of Sunset City. It's kind of a group of misfits that you're able to kind of band together. It's kind of an underdog story, and I really enjoy the characters coming together and taking on this huge corporation, Fizco. I think it's going to be a fun game to play.